When first discovering the world of calisthenics, everyone wants to unlock the muscle up. I see many people using the wrong techniques and methods with slow to no progress. Most people waste too much time and energy directly training muscle ups when there's a better way. Before I show you how to train smarter, not harder, enter your email address to access my free Muscle Up Mastery workouts, tips, and tutorials. Hey, Daniel Vadnal here for Fitness FAQs, and I want to start by covering the most common muscle up mistakes. One of the biggest calisthenics sins is the chicken wing muscle up. Using one arm at a time to get over the bar isn't going to fix the limitation. The problem is either a lack of technique in the pulling arc or simply not having enough explosive pulling power. Constantly training the chicken wing method is time and energy wasted, which is better spent elsewhere. I'm going to explain what to do instead very soon. Using bands is a common method for those who need help with their muscle ups. Bands are great for teaching movement mechanics and building initial confidence, especially for those who are new to muscle ups. The problem is bands only help with half the situation, technique. Generally, for band muscle ups to work, the tension and the assistance needs to be pretty high for someone to get up and over the bar. This makes the initial pull way too easy, so don't expect to get explosive pulling power for the real thing. Kipping makes it easy to get up and over the bar with limited pulling power. The same concept is also true for short range of motion. At the end of the day, bad form muscle ups will develop bad form muscle ups. It's best to scale back and take a different approach. The last mistake may not be as obvious as the earlier ones that I showed you in this video, and it's high rep pull-ups. The technique, tempo, and attributes that you gain aren't going to translate to muscle up mastery, and it's a very common mistake. Being able to do 15 slow reps won't magically mean that you're going to have perfect non-kipping muscle ups. Don't waste your time with slow, high rep endurance training. The sticking point most people struggle with is the transition because they can't pull fast enough. Let me show you what to do instead. The muscle up consists of the pull, transition, and the dip. The hardest part about a bar muscle up is pulling fast enough to get through the transition. Are you ready to use your time and energy wisely and finally master muscle ups? Explosive pull-up training is the simple solution to improving your muscle ups fast. Beginners should aim to get the chin above the bar every single rep. Over time, you're going to develop power and you're going to be able to pull the bar to chest height and eventually all the way to your waist. Ring muscle ups are a completely different skill to bar muscle ups. However, I want you to use this section to see the value of isolation when it comes to skill progress. Beginners to intermediates, I want you to use the feet to manage the intensity so you can get enough reps in. The transition is the hardest part of a ring muscle up. Don't waste time training the entire muscle up. You're better off drilling just the transition to address the bottleneck of the exercise. If you're someone who's more advanced, the transition is always going to limit how many muscle ups that you can do. My advice is to practice the transitions. I know it's simple advice, but this is definitely going to help you level up your muscle up game. As I've covered so far, mastering the muscle up involves isolation. This means you've got to target each phase and train it specifically. Having strong full range of motion dips is the final piece of the puzzle. Straight bar dips are ideal for those training the bar muscle up. If you're looking for an increased challenge or you're specifically training on the rings, go ahead and practice ring dips. If you want to learn my secrets for mastering the muscle up, go ahead and enter your email at fitnessfaqs.com. I'm going to give you expert tips, workouts, and tutorials for free so you can master the muscle up and calisthenics.